Okay, so today we're going to do our daily dialing for our coffee machine. This is our basic stock standard setup. You've got your EX3 2 group or 3 group. You've got your Fiorenzato F64 grinder and then your Chino Art automatic tamp. So first step that we're going to focus on today is the dose. You'll be supplied with your daily dial-in sheet here, which goes through all the steps. And as I said, we're going to focus on step 1, which is your dose, achieving 23 grams for a double shot. So the first step that you're going to do is you're going to take your group handle out of the machine, and there's going to be a little bit of condensation and moisture just in there. And to remove that, we're just going to give it a wipe with a dry cloth. Once that one is all done over here, we're going to come over to our scales. We're going to turn them on, and we're going to pop our group handle just on there, and we're going to click tear just till we get to 0. Once we've got 0, we can take that one off, and we'll come to our grinder here, and we're going to hold the manual grind button until we reach 23 grams. This might be a little bit of trial and error, so don't stress if you don't get it on the first go. So about 22.3, so we're going to add just a little bit more. And 22.9 I'm pretty happy with. So if you're about half a gram off either side, so 22.5 or 23.5, that's still pretty good. The electronic scales are going to be within a gram each way, so 22.9 is more than fine. So once you're all done with that, you're going to get your grind to as flat as you can possibly get it, and you're going to pop it straight into the automatic tamp gear. You can either let go of the handle or choose to hold on, and you can do it as many times as you would like. The pressure and the weight on it is going to be the exact same every single time. Okay, so now that we've got our grams all set with 23 in our basket, we're now going to move to step 2, which is the yield and the extraction of the coffee. So to do so, the first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to just quickly prime our machine. So just before we put our coffee in, we're just going to let the water run through. You're allowed to manually stop that, or you can let it run, it's up to you. And then we're going to go straight to our scales here, and we're going to pop them just on the bench here. Now the key to put the scales on is just ensure that it's not hanging off the bench just like this, or anything like that. You want it flush just on there, just so we can get an accurate reading. Turn that one on, chuck your scales just on there, and tear them till we get to 0. Once you've got 0, you can pop them off, grab your 23 gram basket in your coffee, pop it just in there like that, line up your scales, and we're going to click the second button here for your double dose. Now the keys you're looking for during the extraction is you want the coffee to be essentially pouring out just like honey rather, sorry. Nice and soft, nice and slow. You want it essentially falling off the end of the spout rather than gushing out like water. And as I said before, what we're aiming for here is about 60 grams of yield, not 60 mils. Perfect, and we're about 61.5 grams, which is just about perfect. And as you can see with the coffee there, you want a thick top and quite a thin bottom just there. You want a great amount of crema, and that one right there is pretty good. Okay, now moving on to step 3, we've now got our dosage right of 23 grams for a double shot, and we've also got our yield right of 60 grams for the split shot just coming out of your extraction. We're now going to focus on the time it takes for the extraction to be completed. Just on here on your machine, and here, whatever group you're using, you have a shot timer. What we're aiming for here is we're aiming for 28 seconds. Now, the 28 seconds, we're okay with a plus or minus of about 2, so anywhere between 26 and 30 range is perfect, is a great shot. And there's going to be a few things that play into that. For example, the colder weather is going to make your shot extraction be a little bit longer, and the warmer weather is going to make your shot extraction a bit quicker. So there's a couple of things that are going to change that, but for the most part, we're looking for an extraction between 26 and 30 seconds. So first things first, what we're going to do is, as usual, we're just going to prime our group. Just give it a quick flush through. Once that's done right there, just going to pop my scales back up there just for good habits, and we're going to pop our group handle into there. Straight away, we're going to click our double button as we programmed before, and we're just going to keep an eye here on the extraction number. Okay, so 27 seconds is essentially what we're after here. So that falls within our range of 26 and 30. And as you can see here on our scales, we're getting about a 61.5 gram yield, which is not too far off our 60 aim. 61 is more than okay. And as we said before, the 27 second extraction mark is also perfect. So now that we've got our 23 grams, our 60 gram yield, and our 27 second extraction, we've now dialed our coffee in as we should be doing on a daily basis.